channel, I thought I'd do a tour of the allotment. I like watching videos on YouTube of how people are doing on their allotment, so I thought I'd give you a quick tour of where I am at the moment in terms of progress. It's the 15th of May today, 4 PM on a Friday. I've just finished a day's work here, and I'll just show you what I've done and show you the various crops that are in and where they are. And then if I do this every couple of months, you'll be able to see how the various crops are progressing, and so I can tell you what went well and what didn't. So I'm going to turn the camera around and then we're going to have a look around the allotment. So we're just walking down the path now to where the allotments. We just walked to the back of the polytunnel. So this is the back of the allotment really, but in these beds here I've got a gooseberry bush and a blackberry bush which someone gave to me about a week ago. I've just put them in there for now, watered them in, and I think I'm going to make this area here another soft fruit area. Looking at maybe blackberries and maybe putting a few raspberries back in there. And just beyond those, you can't see anything that's actually came up yet, but that's where I've got beetroot and I've got parsnips. Over here we've got onion sets, so they went in a month and a half ago, so they're doing okay. And at the back of that bed you have shallots. Here we have raspberries. I'm really pleased with them. They're coming up really well, lots of growth on them, and I'm going to do videos on all of these anyway to show you how to look after these crops and how to maintain them. Lots of flowers on there, so I think that's going to provide a good crop this year. As we come down the side of the allotment, we have rhubarb. Now the rhubarb looks a little bit sad this year, and the reason for that is because I've had rhubarb for about 5 years and it's done really well. So over the winter I dug it up and split the actual roots and left it over the winter. And from what I've read about rhubarb, this is not unusual. It says that when you do this for the first year, you don't get a great yield on it. The growth's reasonably good, but the leaves are going yellow quite quickly. So I'm not expecting too much this year from them. But what I'm planning to do is when it dies off over the winter, is covering it with manure to put some real good nutrients into the ground. And then we come on to the strawberries, and they're doing really well. I'm really pleased with them. They are looking absolutely amazing, lots of flowers on them, so I'm expecting a really good yield this year. I've always done well with strawberries here, and I always find they do well in a really good sunny position like this. So that's the ones that I'm expecting most of the strawberries from this year. And in the bed just beyond it, the ones that are a little less advanced, they're all the strawberries that I took from the runners from this year, so they're going to be next year's growth. And again, I'm going to do a video on strawberries to tell you how to maintain them, how you can get your plants for next year. Beyond that we have broad beans, and it's what I've been working on today, weeding them and putting the canes up, and they're looking really healthy as well. And in the netting behind them there's a later variety of broad beans, and they've just germinated. And what I tend to do is when they first germinate is to just cover them, just to give them a bit of extra protection. So that's what those are. Here we have the herbs, so I've got rosemary, lemon balm, parsley, sage, and the mint is just coming up as well. And just behind here we have the polytunnel. The door on the polytunnel has been damaged for a while, but it's perfectly adequate. And in here I've got a few more strawberries, and that's actually a blueberry bush. And here we have a few plants that are just germinating here. So those are cucumbers just on the left hand side, butternut squash, sweet corn and courgettes, and there's one tomato that somebody gave me, so they'll be here for maybe another week or two. See how they go, and we'll monitor their growth. And then if we walk through to the far end of the allotment, we have 3 beds of potatoes, and they're just starting to peep through. I trenched them about a week ago because the temperature had dropped over the last few days. I'd heard there was going to be a frost, and just to give them a bit of protection I thought I'd trench them a little bit early, although the tops of them have caught slightly from the frost. I think that they're actually going to be okay. And over on the far end over here we have Monge 2, just growing very well. The growth on them is excellent. We always do well with Monge 2 on this allotment, so you can see them really healthy, really nice. And I've got another sowing just behind which I think I've put in probably a little bit too early, because they may end up sort of amalgamating with the ones behind, but I'll see how they go. But there again, they're looking very, very healthy. And finally, we have these little starter beds over here, and there's a whole range of things in here: salads, leaves, radish, carrots, the spinach, beet. I've even started some leeks in there as well. So they're under the netting, which you can't see very well at the moment, but over the next week or two that netting will come off, and I'll show you how they are. So that's where we are at the moment, and you'll see in a couple of weeks the progress will be quite different in terms of the way the allotment actually looks. The empty bed just to the left of the netting is where I'm going to put the sweet corn and probably the cucumbers or the squash. I'm not sure, I haven't quite decided yet. So I'll bring you up to speed with that once I've put them in. Okay, so that's the allotment today. So have a good day, and I'll see you on the next video.